Shanti, Om Shanti. Say it with me. Om Shanti. I am. I am a peaceful soul. I am a happy soul. I am a peaceful soul and choose to live in peace and in love. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Oh, thank you all for coming. You make my day on Tuesday. I can tell you that. It's so lovely to be with all of you. It's so wonderful to feel your presence, because I do. I feel all of you there with me. And I know you can feel my love, sending them all to you. You know that. Every single person out there listening, I love you all. And I want you all to be safe and healthy and happy. So today we're talking about living love. Last week we were living hope, and it uplifted all of us into a space that we have hope for a future, whatever our future is going to be. Today it's living love. We are love. As I've said before, and you know that, the soul, which is right here between the eyebrows, right here on your forehead, we are living points of living light, just like our Father. We are living points of peace, of bliss, of purity, of love, and of wisdom. This stays in our soul and travels to each lifetime that we have. And we also bring with us a lot of our sanskaras. You know, sanskaras means our habits, our karma and our habits from previous births. So this is the time, right now, where we have to get rid of all the karma that isn't good. And we have to be the living points of love and happiness and peace that we are. Now, what is love? It's a feeling. It's deep, deep within our heart and our soul. It means we love ourselves first, because we can't love anyone else without loving who we are, without loving who we have become. If you can look in the mirror every day and see that person looking back at you, that soul, and you can say, I love you, that's beautiful, because you love yourself first. And then we're free to love others as we love ourselves. Love isn't an attachment. You know, there's a difference between love and attachment. Attachment is when you expect things from others. It's when you want them to give to you, and you expect them to be just like you. But that isn't the truth. That isn't the possibility. That isn't who we are. We are love. First, the attachment is getting something from others. You'll feel dependent on them if you're attached to them. But The second thing is spiritual love. Love means just to give, not with judgment, not to expect anything on someone else's terms, nor is it a feeling of pain, like when someone's who's in pain. Are you a good doctor? A doctor feels pain of their patient, and they become like the patient. The doctor who heals is the doctor who is love and remains stable in his healing. And that's what we are. We are love without attachment. We are peace. We are happiness. We are joy. And if we live in those values, if we live in the values of who we are and what we are and whose we are, the Supreme Father, Allah, whatever you call him, your higher power, that is who created you in his image. And we want to live in that image and in that love that he gave to us. He filled our treasure store in our heart and in our soul of love. That treasure store is always full. You can give it out and more comes in. You can give it out and more comes in. All God asks of us is to remember him. That's all he asks. He asks us to remember him and to love others as we love ourselves. That is true spiritual love. And when we want to live in love, we can. When we want to be love, we can. We are the beings of love and happiness. We are. And we want to just be exactly who we are and whose we are. Now let's talk about self-love first. As I said, if you can look into the mirror and say, I love you, you're looking soul to soul at yourself. What is self-love? Let's see. Let's meditate on what
I want you to remember that again and again. I'm a spiritual being and my original nature is divinity. And now, visualize a really precious child in front of you. How would you talk to this precious child? You would give it so much love, and you would give it so much care, and you would say such sweet things to that precious child. Now, I want you to talk to yourself the same way as you would this precious child. Talk to yourself and say to yourself, I am precious. I care about myself. I have regard for myself. At the core of who I am, I'm a divine being. I'm a spiritual being. I give time to myself. I don't say nasty things to myself. And then just let care and respect cascade over the soul like a waterfall. Just bask in that self-care and self-respect. You're precious. You're loved. You're divine. And you really care about yourself. Now talk to yourself this way. I'm precious.
I am precious.
I cherish myself.
I cherish
I
myself.
care about myself.
I care about myself.
I take time to be with myself.
I take time to be with myself.
I respect myself.
I respect who
And
I
most
am.
importantly, I like myself.
I like myself.
And I affirm to myself that I will spend time like this with myself a few times a week. I'll just keep talking to myself because I understand that self-care, self-love is a learned habit. All I have to do is change the way I think about myself. I come back to the present, to this room. Om Shanti, I am peace.
Om Shanti. That was Sister Shireen, and she is the one who tied Raki for us last year when in Hollywood at the country club. Well, the country club is closed and we can't all get together for Raki, but we are going to get together for Raki. So take a pencil and paper, please, and write down the date of August 23rd. It's a Sunday at 4 p.m. and we are going to do Raki on Zoom. So each one of you, please get the Zoom app, and when we're ready, we will send you the link to come on and be with us for Raki. It's going to be a different experience than you've had before. On Sunday, we tied Raki at the Miami Center, and it was exquisite. Even though we were not all in the same space, but we were able to see each other, to be with each other, and we were able to hear our blessing. Sister Veronica and Sister Manda were with us, and we heard our blessing read to us, and then we got our Raki bracelets, which were sent to us. So I want all of you to mark that day down, August 23rd at 4 o'clock, and please send Roz or myself your mailing address so that after we tie Raki, we can send you your bracelet. And then someone you love, brother, a sister, a parent, your other special side, they can tie the Raki bracelet on you. It's going to be wonderful, and we are going to experiment with a different kind of Raki this year, since we can't all be together as we were last year with Sister Shireen, who you just heard giving the meditation. Now, what I want you to do now is listen to this particular meditation because it's beautiful, and I know you can all guess who this is doing the meditation. So let's listen.
I turn away from the thoughts of the day, relax and breathe as I ready to travel to my original home, the land of peace. And it is here that I am uplifted. It is here that I receive power and love. As I return to the physical world, I bring with me every ounce to stabilize myself in these feelings today. Om Shanti. I am a peaceful soul. I turn away from the cares of the day, focus on my breathing, and ready to travel to my original home, the soul world. It's as if I'm aware of my true nature, bodiless, a radiant, shining star, and in the presence, in the land of peace, of the Supreme Soul, I'm able to calibrate my spiritual GPS, meaning I focus on the peace and love that I truly am, that I refresh here in the home, in the company of the Supreme Soul. And I carry this attunement and awareness back to the physical world. Om Shanti. I, the soul, turn away from the cares of the day, relax and breathe deeply, and fly quickly to my original home, the land of peace and silence. And it is here I receive an injection of power from the source. I savor each second. Om Shanti. I, the soul, the traveler, turn away from the cares of the day, relax and breathe deeply as I ready to fly to my original home, the land of silence. It is here, in this atmosphere of love, that I thrive, that I fill myself with the peace and love of the divine. It is here that any decisions I make are filled with love, power, and purity. Breathe deeply before returning to the physical plane, knowing I can return here anytime. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Of course you all guessed who that was. My partner, my special friend, a very dear person to all of us. That was Sister Roz, who is on a watch party with us. So we all wave hi, Roz. And the meditations are beautiful. She's been doing these beautiful short meditations. I put 3 or 4 together, and she's been doing them every day, and you can have a chance, just look on her Facebook page, Roz Reish, and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful to hear, even in a short 1 minute, how you can calm yourself and get back to who you are, a being of love, a being of hope, peace, and love. And that's who we are. Love surrounds us. Love is us. We are love. So when you live in a place of love, you look at others as you look at yourself. Everybody, regardless of their background, their religious background, their skin color, whoever they are, they're the same as you. They are a living point of living light energy. And they need love just as you do, just as I do. We all need that feeling of love. And the most beautiful feeling of love is divine love from our spiritual Father, who gives us divine love and no judgment, no thinking about negativity, but just with positivity, we have that divine love. Now, the best way to meditate every day, and I do this, and I'm sure most of you do, is to sit in silence. You can play music as I'm playing, you can play meditations, but the best way is to really be silent and think about your original qualities. As I said before, peace, love, wisdom, bliss, which is the highest form of happiness, and purity. These are all the original qualities lying in your soul, which goes from lifetime to lifetime. And when we sit in silence, we can learn to concentrate on the positives, to concentrate on the love that we are. If we can give out that love to everybody, we can be more peaceful with the turbulence in the world. We can be more peaceful. Get rid of the past karmas, the negative karmas that you all have, and I do myself carry around with us. Let's get rid of all those past karmas, and let's only think about the present moment, where we are right now, where we are exactly now in our place of love and peace, in our place of who we are. Let's listen to this meditation.
There's a scripture verse I say to my kids a lot. It can be found in James 4:2, and it
I have to get rid
says,
of
"You do
the
not."
commercial. Okay.
Be still and know that the stillness and quiet, that I am the Lord. still and know. Just be still and know. Why I am the yeah, be still and know. That I am the yes, yes I am the who saves, who heals. I am the Lord. Be still and know that stillness and quiet, that I am the Lord. Yes, I am the Lord.
Om Shanti. That song, that beautiful song by Jeremy Riddle is his name. I don't own the copyright. I just playing it for our entertainment purposes. Jeremy Riddle, be still and know I am the Lord. So in silence and sitting quietly, we connect to our Supreme Father, and we know that He is with us because we know that we are loved unlimitedly, unlimitedly. I'm wondering how all of you are feeling now. Are you feeling like you're in love's path? Are you feeling like you're reaching out to all our brother and sister souls and sending vibrations of love all across this planet, to Mother Earth, to the living things, the animals, the souls, the plants? Are you all feeling that? Are you all feeling that you're sending this beautiful vibration of living in love to our earthly planet so we can get back to love, not anger and hate and misery that we see out there, but love, true, unlimited love that God gives to us. We are beings of divine love. We are beings of divine peace. We are beings of divine purity and wisdom and peace. I listened to this next meditation last night. Well, I listened to all of them to make sure I really love them, and I do. Whatever I play for you, I play for myself, and I love them. It takes me a while to set up the songs that I really love, and I hope with my heart, deep in my heart, that you love them too. This is a beautiful meditation, and it tells you that we are in this lifetime in school. So let's listen.
Your insights.
I want to start it at the beginning. Okay.
There are many things we have to learn in the school of life, but this meditation is specifically about how do we contemplate and explore spiritual truths so that they become more than theories or ideas, so that they become experiences in reality. To get a physical concept We only need to have it explained to us. But to really get the deeper spiritual truths of life, there's a few things that we need. The first is silence. Silence strengthens the soul. It cleans the mind so that it has the power to grasp and receive these deeper insights. In this moment, let go of everything you know. Let go of all your opinions and ideas. Let go of the image of your body. Let go of your history. Let go of thoughts of the future. Just let go of everything as you settle and sink into a deeper space of pure peace. Imagine your soul, your being, high up above the world, serene, silent, as mystically quiet as that sky. And allow this stillness to refresh the soul. To clear your mind so that you can have greater spiritual clarity. In addition to this silence, we also need to take a spiritual truth or concept and apply it in our daily life and contemplate it and think about it. So right now, as you watch the stars and the galaxy in front of you, simply have the thought, I am a spiritual being suspended in a world of form and matter. Just simply hold that thought. I am a peaceful spiritual being suspended in a world of form and matter. Observe the scene in front of you with that awareness. You can even walk through your day-to-day with that awareness, contemplating it, digesting it, allowing it to be like a filter you put on the lens through which you see the world. So instead of the filter of the past or of different personality traits, we put on the filter of a spiritual concept and look at the world through that filter every day. And each day it can be a new filter. But today you're simply having that thought, I am a spiritual being suspended in a world of form. What does that feel like? And the last thing we need is to repeat those concepts and repeat that practice of silence every day. That repetition is essential to getting spiritual concepts as more than theories. The repetition is essential to get a concept so deeply that it naturally becomes the way you see the world. So silence, contemplation, and repetition. With these three, we can develop a wisdom that's natural and a truth that's more about the way that we exist and the quality of our being, rather than just a concept or idea.
Nice. That, of course, was Bibi Butler. You can look her up on YouTube, and there are 78 or more meditations that she left with us. She's an angel now, but she has that beautiful angelic voice that I love to hear. And I love that meditation because it gives you clarity to be able to see yourself as who you are. A spiritual being, this hand, living the human concept. When you think like that, and maybe that's alien to many of us, but when we think like that, we can be more at peace and not let what's going on out in the world get us into a place of unhappiness and sorrow. You know, Daddy Janky, our beloved 104-year-old teacher and the head of the Brahma Kumaris, who passed in March, that's how she said, the world is filled with sorrow. Don't buy any. It's a supermarket of sorrow. Don't buy any. Don't buy any. I want to read you something that she wrote, and I have to read it, so I hope you'll forgive me, but I want to get every word right. She wrote, "Dear friends, Om Shanti, peace comes with the experience of love. Every human soul is either their own enemy or their own best friend." Think about that. You can be your own enemy by telling yourself negativity and telling yourself things that are not good for you to be hearing. But you also can be your own best friend, as Daddy says, by telling yourself, I am love, I am peace, I am God's special child. Do you know, Daddy says, how you can become a friend to the self? By making God your companion. He gives us the power to do this. When there isn't love, it's impossible to have happiness and peace. Why do I feel love for you, for each one of you? Because God is calling on each of you to be just as He is, a point of living light energy. Here on this earth, on this planet Earth, the blue planet, we learn to perform everything with peace and love. And this is a beautiful meditation, and I want to play it. It's a song, and I want to play it because it's a beautiful song by Desert Rose. Did you all have a chance to listen to the concert on Saturday night with Desert Rose? Sufi music, and I happen to love that. And this is called The Awakening, Deep, Relaxing Awakening song by Desert Rose, the Awakening song.
يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم حكيم.
I made you into nations and tribes, that ye may know each other, not that ye may despise each other. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of God is he who is the most righteous, and God has full knowledge and is well acquainted.
Om Shanti, Desert Rose. And I love their music. You can find them, the Desert Rose, on YouTube. But Desert Rose Spiritual Band. Well, I'm sorry we had that break in the internet because we had so many of our friends listening. But I just want to remind you again that mark down the date. We will be doing Raki, tying the bracelet of love, on Zoom on August the 23rd at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So please, if you would, remember that. And one more thing, if you would, when you go on my page, Etta Stevens, on Facebook, like the page, and then you'll get all the notices when we're doing something special. So I'd like you to do that too. And if you would, remember this one thing. We thank you all every Tuesday morning for the kindness and the beautiful words and the knowing that we are love. Love heals us. So if you're in a space where you're feeling sad or depressed or unhappy for whatever the reason is, and I'm sure it's a good reason, sit down in silence and meditate on the word love. Meditate on love and peace. And love is healing. So when you live in a place of love, it's healing. And it's healing for you. And when you send out those vibrations from your heart, it's healing for everyone. And that's how we have to think. We have to think about the fact that we are love and peace and happiness. And this is a beautiful little short song that I want to share with you. And the sound isn't real good because I had to re-record it, as they say, but I did, and I thought it was beautiful, so I wanted you to hear it.
With thoughtful care, move through life with mindfulness. Gently walk this earth like an act with healing love. Touch the world with heart. Hold each soul in kindness. Gently walk this earth like an compassion in your mind, respect upon your lips, kindness in your hands. Gently walk this earth like an
Earth Angel. I leave you today with the thought that I hope all your angels are watching over you. I'm sure they are. I love you all. I'm sorry we had that break from the internet, but those things happen. You can't lose your peace over it, because I'll put those two videos together and we'll have a video on YouTube before you know it. But again, thank you all. Remember, every week I'm going to remind you about August 23rd, 4 p.m., cracky. So may you gently walk this earth like an angel with kindness and living in love. I love you all. Om Shanti. Have a great week.